Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for July 30th, 2025. We're bringing you the latest updates on global news. Firstly, U.S. President Donald Trump's recent visit to Scotland has made headlines as he seamlessly blended diplomacy with self-promotion. The president's unorthodox approach to politics has raised eyebrows among ethics watchdogs, but supporters argue that it's simply a reflection of his unconventional style. Trump's Scottish sojourn has underscored the complex interplay between diplomacy, politics, and personal interests that defines his presidency. In other news, a ceasefire agreement between Thailand and Cambodia has taken hold, bringing an end to 5 days of intense clashes along their disputed border. The truce, brokered with the help of President Trump, aims to restore peace and stability to the region. While there were initial concerns about the truce's viability, both countries have agreed not to target civilians or deploy additional troops along the border. Lastly, recent Israeli strikes on Iranian infrastructure have had an unexpected impact on Iran's internal politics and identity. The attacks have strengthened the Iranian government's narrative of resistance and bolstered support for its military defense strategy. According to experts, this shift in public opinion has been particularly notable among younger generations who are increasingly seeking stronger defenses to protect Iran's sovereignty. These developments will continue to unfold, and we'll be keeping a close eye on them. For now, it's clear that the global landscape is complex and ever-changing. We'll be back with more updates after this break. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in international trade news, the United States and China have agreed to extend talks on a tariffs truce, following 2 days of constructive negotiations in Sweden. While this development is seen as a positive step towards resolving ongoing trade tensions, the path forward remains uncertain, with several key issues still needing to be addressed. In other news, President Donald Trump has officially opened a new 18-hole golf course at his Trump International Scotland Resort near Aberdeen, amidst controversy over his business dealings and allegations of golf cheating. The president's trip to Scotland was initially billed as a trade mission, but it has been marked by ethics concerns and scrutiny over the Trump family's management of the Trump Organization. Lastly, we're taking a closer look at the ongoing controversy surrounding President Trump's relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, whose files have been at the center of a high-profile scandal. The president has denied any wrongdoing, but experts say that the issue is unlikely to die down anytime soon. We'll be providing in-depth analysis and updates on these stories throughout the day. So now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. As we begin another day, let's dive into the latest news and updates from around the world. First off, we're seeing some significant developments in global trade tensions. The United States has announced plans to impose tariffs on dozens of trading partners, effective August 1st, if agreements are not reached to avert the higher rates. This could lead to increased business costs, which may ultimately trickle down to households and impact consumer prices. Some of the products likely to be affected by these tariffs include coffee beans, rice, cocoa, seafood, and electronics. Countries such as Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, China, Bangladesh, Thailand, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, and Malaysia are among those that may face tariffs on their exports to the United States. The National Coffee Association has expressed concerns about the potential 10% tariff on coffee beans from Brazil, which accounts for over 40% of U.S. coffee imports. Similarly, the American Apparel and Footwear Association has warned that tariffs on clothing and textiles from China, Vietnam, and Bangladesh could lead to higher prices for consumers. In related news, economists have identified 5 products that are likely to be hit by Trump's incoming tariffs: coffee, shirts, jasmine rice, cocoa, and electronics. These products are significant contributors to the global economy, and any disruptions to their supply chains could have far-reaching effects. It's essential to maintain a balanced perspective on this complex issue, considering both the potential benefits of protecting American industries and jobs, as well as the potential consequences for the global economy and international relations. In other news, we've seen some notable earnings reports from major companies. Procter & Gamble reported solid numbers, with sales and profits beating analyst expectations. Commvault announced a mixed bag of results, with revenue coming in slightly below expectations, but profits exceeding forecasts. Corning and Corcept Therapeutics also delivered solid results. As we navigate the complex world of finance and trade, it's crucial to stay informed and approach investment decisions with a critical and nuanced mindset. Remember, past performance is no guarantee of future results, and staying vigilant in an ever-changing market landscape is key to making wise investment choices. That's all for this morning's update. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We'll continue to bring you the latest news and insights throughout the day, so be sure to now for the latest in science and technology. Here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. First up, NASA's latest mission has taken a significant step forward with the announcement of a new partnership between private companies and government agencies. This collaboration aims to accelerate advancements in space exploration and unlock new resources for human civilization. We'll be keeping a close eye on this development and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. Next, we're shifting our focus to a compelling article that presents an optimistic outlook on the future of humanity. Despite the challenges we face, there are many reasons to be hopeful about what's to come. From climate change mitigation to innovations in robotics and AI, space exploration and human resilience, this piece encourages us to adopt a more balanced perspective and focus on the opportunities for progress. Last but not least, astronomy enthusiasts will love our final story, which takes us on a journey through the night sky to explore the fascinating world of the stars Eltanin and Rastaban in the constellation Draco. These two celestial bodies have been an integral part of mythological and astronomical observations for centuries, and their unique characteristics make them a must-see for anyone interested in stargazing. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you for joining us on this journey through space, technology, and humanity. Stay informed, stay balanced, and we'll see you tomorrow with more in-depth analysis and news from around the world. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking in my iconic voice, I'd like to introduce our morning podcast with a rundown of the latest sports news. First off, we've got an update from the world of women's soccer. The Brazilian national team is making waves, led by the incomparable Marta, who's had an incredible career. With her at the helm, they're looking nearly unstoppable. Next up, we're diving into the world of baseball, where a blockbuster trade has shaken things up. The Boston Red Sox have sent Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants, leaving fans and pundits alike wondering what's next for both teams as the trade deadline approaches. And finally, in a move that's got everyone talking, Dusty Baker has been named manager of Nicaragua's team in the upcoming World Baseball Classic. With his wealth of experience and expertise, he's sure to lead his team to victory on the international stage. That's all for now, folks. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. First, we looked at a recent outbreak of foodborne illness linked to contaminated produce and explored the importance of ensuring a safe and equitable food system for all. We spoke with experts about the need for greater transparency and accountability in the food industry, and highlighted initiatives working towards a more sustainable and just food system. Next, we traveled to Zimbabwe to explore the remarkable story of the Sirima Mission Church, where art, faith, and community come together in a unique and powerful way. This stunning church is a testament to the power of creativity and collaboration, and serves as a beacon of hope for preserving traditional crafts and fostering artistic expression. Finally, we examined the critical role that indigenous communities play in shaping the future of food systems, and highlighted the need for deeper collaboration and inclusivity in decision-making processes. We spoke with experts about the importance of recognizing and respecting traditional knowledge, and explored initiatives working to support indigenous communities and promote more resilient and just food systems. These stories remind us of the profound impact that individuals and communities can have on the world around them, and highlight the importance of preserving cultural heritage, fostering creativity, and promoting justice and equity. We'll continue to explore these themes and more in future episodes of the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's dive right in. First up, we're talking about the music industry, where Bruno Mars and Rosé are making waves with their hit song App. This catchy tune has been on the charts for 40 weeks and counting, and it's a testament to the power of good music and smart marketing. We're breaking down what makes this song so successful and what we can learn from its impressive run. Next, we're shaking things up in Hollywood with some major news from Sony Pictures. Josh Greenstein is making a move from Sony to Paramount Global, and we've got the inside scoop on what this means for the future of film. With Tom Rothman at the helm, Sony is restructuring its senior leadership ranks, and we're seeing some big changes. And finally, we're talking about the latest controversy from the animated series, South Park. The show's creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, are once again targeting former President Donald Trump in their latest episode promo, and it's got everyone talking. We're discussing the show's history of pushing boundaries and sparking conversation, as well as its new 5-year deal with Paramount. That's all for today, folks. Tune in to our podcast for more in-depth analysis and discussion on these topics. And now for the latest in nature and environment. Here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we have some positive news from conservation efforts in Brazil's rupestриan grasslands. These unique ecosystems are facing unprecedented threats due to human activities like mining and agriculture, but community-led initiatives are making a difference. The creation of protected areas and grassroots movements are helping to preserve these biodiversity-rich landscapes. In other news, a study has revealed the alarming impact of an invasive mushroom species on native fungal diversity in North American forests. The golden oyster mushroom is spreading rapidly, displacing native species and potentially affecting wood decay processes, carbon emissions, and habitat for various organisms. This story serves as a reminder of the importance of responsible cultivation and management practices. Lastly, we're celebrating a conservation success story from Asia, where efforts to protect endangered species are yielding positive results. However, in our previous report, we discussed the decline of native fungal diversity due to invasive mushroom species and the threats facing Brazil's rupestриan grasslands. These stories underscore the importance of preserving biodiversity, responsible environmental stewardship, and collaborative conservation efforts. We'll continue to explore these topics and more in future episodes of the AI Daily Press podcast. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we look forward to bringing you more news and insights on environmental conservation. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.